Yo, what's up everybody? Lorcana with Luke back again. My name is Luke. Today I have a very special deck for you. This is the Mulan Hero theme deck. This deck is 100% Mulan themed, and if you love Mulan as much as I love Mulan, you're going to love this deck. There's lots of cool Mulan characters, and the deck is actually pretty good as well. And it's very budget friendly. It's only $16.52, and that even includes 2 legendary copies of Mulan Elite Archer, and it also comes with a pretty expensive $6 Strength of a Raging Fire. So if you wanted to make this deck even cheaper, you could easily get this under $10 by just making a couple of swaps, but with the deck that I have right now, for under $20, you can buy yourself a awesome Mulan Hero theme deck for Disney Lorcana. So let's go over the deck one card at a time. So of course we have our 1-drops. Let's start there. So if we look at the curve here, we have 8 1-drops. We split that up with 3 Li Shang, 3 Mulan. So Li Shang is just a 2/2 that quests for 1. And it's inkable, right? Costs 1. As well as we have Mulan, Injured Soldier. She is a 2/3, but she enters with 2 damage. So that's not the best, it's not the best quality for our characters to enter damaged, but hey, she is a hero, and she is Mulan, and we're going to shift onto her later, and she's not too bad. So to round out the 1-drops, though, we are running an Imperial Proclamation, which is an item, inkable, and we are also running a Training Grounds. So just a few more options you can play on turn 1. This is a location that can increase characters' strength value. So you pay 1 ink to move a character here. It takes 5 willpower to defeat this location. And then you can also pay 1 ink as many times as you have ink while a character is here to give chosen character here +1 attack this turn. So because it says this turn, the attack will wear off. So you need to have a reason to use that attack value. But essentially, what we would prefer to do is probably play Mulan or Li Shang turn 1. But another option is we can also play Imperial Proclamation, which is great for getting some of our more expensive characters out early. Some of our more expensive characters cost about 5 ink, but if we can get Imperial Proclamation out on the board plus a character, we can use that character to challenge another character and pay less for our next character we play this turn. So this is great. This deck does want to do quite a bit of challenging, as it is in Ruby and Steel, which are pretty aggressive, challenging colors anyways. And a lot of our Mulans want to attack. For example, we have a Rush Mulan, so this one can challenge the turn that they're played. Quick Drying Ink, so to speak. It is a 4/3, but it is uninkable for 4. We're not running that many uninkables. There are only 6 uninkables in the deck, so you will have no problem with ink. The other uninkables we're running are 2 copies of Avalanche, a nice action that just does 1 damage to each opposing character, not your own characters. You may banish chosen location. So that's really powerful as well. Just straight up removing a location for this 1 card can be very awesome and can come in handy. But also the 1 damage is kind of nice. But the reason why I didn't include 4 avalanches is because they are uninkable, and I don't love having them clogged in our hand because they're not always going to be the best thing to do. The best thing to do, in my opinion, is usually play a character. Characters are usually your default thing to do every turn is ink something, play a character, but you know, because characters can do so much. Characters can challenge, they can quest, and questing for lore is how you win the game. Avalanche is not necessarily going to get you any lore, but it will prevent some lore for your opponent, so it is useful. Anyways, let's move on to the 2-drop section now, shall we? We are running Fa Zhao. This is Mulan's father. He doesn't do a lot, but he's pretty useful for helping Mulan ready herself. So this character has a war injury. It can't challenge, but it also has 0 attack value, so it wouldn't really be challenging anyway. 4 willpower, though, not bad. 1 lore, not bad. Head of the household. You can exert Fa Zhao to ready chosen character named Mulan. She can't quest for the rest of this turn. So this is good for either protecting Mulan, just making sure that you can go on a quest and then ready Mulan, or you can do 2 challenges with the same Mulan, or you can quest, ready, challenge. Or you can quest, ready, sing a song. Or you can challenge, ready, sing a song. There's a bunch of options here, but Fa Zhao is pretty good. Pretty good at readying up Mulan. Now, do we really want to ready up Mulan? Well, I think we do. For example, this Mulan is really, really awesome when we ready her up. So let's just read what she is. She's a 5-cost inkable 4/5, quest for 1. But she has this awesome ability called Lead by Example. During your turn, whenever this character banishes another character in a challenge, your other characters get +1 lore this turn. So this can happen multiple times, especially if we're able to ready Mulan, challenge again, and then all of a sudden, if we've challenged and banished 2 characters this turn, our other characters will get +2 lore this turn, which can be really cool, which can be a very big swing, right? We can take out 2 characters on our opponent's board and quest for a lot. So that's one of the cool synergies we're going for. As well as I like just playing on turn 4. I really like playing this Rush Mulan, taking out a character, and then using Fa Zhao to ready up that Rush Mulan so we can challenge again and just get really good value out of her. So there's lots of options why Fa Zhao is good. But I just love the fact that like the Fa Zhao card works with the Mulan card, and I just love it. I love how they build these decks to work together. So it's pretty easy to put the synergies together. We also have Khan, Beloved Steed. So this is nothing too complicated. It's just a 3/2 stat line for 2, quest for 1. So this is good because there are a lot of characters that are like 3/3 stat line, and it's tough to take those out. And Khan can take those out. Very strong character, Khan. We also have Mulan, Enemy of Entanglement. This is another hero. We love heroes. I forgot to mention why we love heroes, but we like heroes because Ling is here, and Ling is an Imperial soldier of Mulan's army or whatever. And he's full of spirit. Ling is full of spirit. So he is a 3/3 quest for 1, but your other hero characters get +1 attack. So not your other hero character, just your hero character. So if Ling was a hero, he would give himself +1 attack, but he's not a hero. Unfortunately, he's just a sidekick. He's an ally. But we do have so many heroes, right? So we have Mulan. All the Mulans are heroes. We also have this Li Shang, who's a hero. And this Li Shang is also really cool. He has this ability called Lead the Charge. Your characters with 4 attack or more get +1 lore. So that's really cool with Ling, because Ling can give our hero characters +1 attack, and then combining that with Li Shang means our high attack characters get more questing ability. Oh, it's just fantastic. So, for example, this Mulan is a hero, but it doesn't have 4 attack. But it is a hero that could get 4 attack with Ling in play, and then it could become a 4/6 that quests for 2 if we get the synergy of Li Shang and Ling in play. One quick thing to mention about Li Shang Valorous General is it is a Floodborn hero, which means you don't have to pay 3 ink if you don't want to. You could just shift it by discarding a character card. Don't pay any ink at all. You may discard a character card to play this card on top of one of your characters named Li Shang. You don't have to pay the 3 ink. However, this is quite costly. You have to discard a character card and play Li Shang. So you're getting rid of two valuable cards. And you're also getting rid of the Li Shang that you're placing it on top of. You're replacing that with a new Li Shang when you could have just had 2 Li Shangs by placing them side by side and paying 3 ink and not shifting for discarding a card. So I've tried the discarding a card shift, and I'm not a huge fan of it. Just be careful. Try it out for yourself, but I'm not a huge fan. Just play the card as normal. It's a good card. You just have to play it as normal. Don't shift it. All right, so we also have Shifu, a crazy, crazy card that can quest for 3 as long as it has no damage on it. So that's really good, okay? But it does have no strength value, so I don't want to have like a lot of these in the deck, but I think they are pretty good. Like, I think you could get away with having more of these in the deck if I wasn't so focused on the synergies between challenging and the Mulans and stuff. But I really like Shifu questing for 3. I think the tempo there is really good. It's going to force your opponent to probably challenge into this, which they're not going to want to challenge into this most likely. Maybe they're just going to want to challenge into it just to poke it so it has a little bit of damage, and then maybe it won't quest for 2 anymore, but it'll still quest for 1. So anyway, I like this card. I think it's great. So we've talked about most of these cards. The only one that I haven't talked about too much is this Mulan here. Whenever you play an action, this character gets +2 attack this turn. We don't have that many actions, but there are some. We do have Avalanche and Strength of a Raging Fire. So there are like 3 actions here that we could potentially get this +2 attack for, but it is a hero. So if we play Mulan on turn 2 and then Ling on turn 3, then technically this Mulan becomes a functional 2/3, which is not bad. Another cool thing I like to do with this Mulan is you can play this Mulan on turn 2, and then on turn 3, you can play this Imperial Bow and use the Imperial Bow, right? So on turn 3, you play the Imperial Bow, and then you pay another 1 ink, exert the bow, give Mulan, that hero character, Challenger +2 and evasive this turn. So you could actually make this Mulan challenge for 3 evasive, which I think is pretty valuable as well. There's a lot of characters out there that are evasive that I think are problematic, and having heroes early, because Fa Zhao is not a hero, Khan is not a hero, Mulan and Li Shang are the heroes, so having a hero on turn 2 is pretty good for the Imperial Bow, so we can challenge on turn 3 if we need to. It's an interesting play. Let's move on. We have a cool character, Yao. So Yao is part of the kind of comic trio of Ling, and they also have a cool panorama, but we got Ling, we got Yao, and we got Shen Po, Imperial Soldier. And if you line up the art like side by side, they create a cool panorama little picture, right? You can kind of see that they're kind of all in the same castle roof thing or whatever. But yeah, these characters are not too complicated. This is Challenger +2, so it attacks for 4. And it's got 5 willpower. Not bad, not bad. And then we have Shen Po, who is a 4/7 bodyguard. Dude, having a bodyguard in your deck feels so good. I love bodyguards. You can have them enter play exerted, so you can basically get value immediately from playing them because they're immediately doing something. They are protecting one of your other characters or cards. And it's so big. It's 7 willpower to defeat this, 4 attack, which is great. The 4 attack obviously is very good for the Li Shang, right? So sometimes that Shen Po can quest for 2. And it's just a great card. We also have Li Shang Archery Instructor. This is a very, very strong card as well. It is 3/6 stat line, quest for 2. And when it quests, your characters gain evasive this turn. So again, it's doing that same thing that Imperial Bow is doing. It gives our characters evasive this turn, which can be very useful for us to be taking out opposing evasive characters that we think are problematic. And then if you didn't like that Li Shang, we have another one. But this one I only have 1 copy of in the deck because it's kind of just a vanilla card. It's a 5/5 that quests for 2. And it's still pretty good. It is a hero captain. But we only have 1 copy in there. And then, the star of the show. The reason we built the entire deck. It's Mulan Elite Archer. She is so cool. She's a 6-cost inkable 2/6 quest for 2. But you can shift for 5 to play this on top of a character named Mulan. And it has 2 awesome abilities. Of course, it's a hero, by the way. Of course, it's a hero. But she has 2 amazing abilities. Straight shooter. So when you play this character, if you used shift to play her, she gets 3 attack this turn. So she's not just a 2/6. If you shift her, she becomes a 5/6. And she has triple shot. So during your turn, whenever this character deals damage to another character in a challenge, deal the same amount of damage to 2 other chosen characters. So essentially, she can hit 3 things at once, which is absolutely incredible. So, yeah, if we play this Mulan on turn 5 and we can somehow take out 3 things for 5 damage, like, that's a huge swing of tempo, and I'm just really here for it. I'm really excited. So we are running 2 copies of Mulan Elite Archer, one of which is this kind of foil tentacle-y version that you get from Ursula's Return. I guess they're both from Ursula's Return, but one of them you get in that special Ursula PvE product, the player versus Ursula. Anyway, couple last cards to go over. We have Strength of a Raging Fire, a very expensive card, $6 right now, because it's very played in the Steel Song meta. But I do happen to have 1 copy, so I threw it in the deck. It's not necessary, but it is a good card. Deal damage to chosen character equal to the number of characters you have in play. So songs are pretty good because you don't have to pay any ink for them if you don't want to. You can just exert a character with cost 3 or more to sing it for free. Now, you do have to keep in mind when you're singing these songs this way, you're using more cards in your hand that turn than normal, so you might run out of cards a little bit faster. But it is a very good card. Just feel free to play a lot of characters and use Strength of a Raging Fire to deal 3 to 4 to 5 damage to something on turn 3 or 4, something like that. Can be a very impactful tempo play. Now, I don't like to build my decks anymore without any card draw. This deck hasn't had any card draw yet, but don't worry, I got you guys. We have Medallion Weights, a classic Ruby uncommon card that helps you draw cards and gives things more strength value, more attack. So you pay 2 for the item. You also have to pay 2 and exert the item, so that's essentially 4. But you give chosen character +2 attack this turn, and whenever they challenge another character this turn, you may draw a card. Now, this is especially useful if we're able to use the Medallion Weights on a Mulan, and then we use our Fa Zhao to ready the character so we can challenge twice and draw 2 cards off of our Medallion Weights. We only need to use Medallion Weights 1 time to give the ability, whenever they challenge a character this turn, draw cards. So we give it +2 attack. Let's say we did it to this Mulan or something. We give it +2 attack. Now it's a 3/3. And whenever it challenges, we draw a card. So that's really good. We can draw 2 cards. It can be very strong. As well as this gives it strength. So we can use this extra strength to quest for more as well. If we have a Li Shang in play, your characters with 4 attack or more get +1 lore. So we can use our Medallion Weights to just increase strength, as well as we can use the Training Grounds just to increase strength, to combo with our Li Shang to give the extra lore if we need it. Lots of things you can do in this deck. You just got to be thinking about all the different synergies and stuff you can do, but all the tools are here for you to have a good game and have fun. Like I said, only 6 uninkables, so you're never going to be out of ink. And there's tons of characters, a little bit of items, location as well, action, songs. We've got it all. And for just $16.52, I think this is a fantastic deck and a fantastic addition to your Lorcana theme budget deck collection, which I am collecting. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that deck tech. I will now just give you a quick demonstration on how I go through my Mulligan strategy for my opening hand and how I think about what to ink. So we have here Inktable. It is a website that you can go to basically test out some decks online versus AI opponents, computer opponents. So I have here the Mulan deck that I just showed you, and I'm going to select this as player 1. And then I'm going to go here, and I'm going to pick an official starter deck. And I'm going to face a starter deck and see how my little $16.50 deck goes against a starter deck. Now, personally speaking, I think the hardest starter deck to face is either the Might and Magic starter deck or the Amber Amethyst starter deck. I'm going to go with Amber Amethyst because I do think Amber Amethyst has quite a bit of early game pressure they can exert if they get the right cards. So yeah, they're going to be player 2. So now we are going to randomly decide who goes first, and hopefully I get to go first, but you never know. Player 1 is starting the game. I think that's me. I think I'm player 1. So here we have our opening hand. We have 2 uninkable 4-drop Mulans. We have 2 Shen Po's, which are turn 5. We have 2 more turn 5s with Mulan Imperial Soldier and a 2-drop Mulan Enemy of Entanglement. So for cards to mulligan, I suggest you try to get a 1-drop, but it's not super imperative that you do get a 1-drop, but I would probably just get rid of everything except for this 2-drop Mulan. It's probably what I would do. There is a small chance I would keep a 4-drop Mulan because I like this card. But I think we'll get another 4-drop. I'm not too worried about that. So I'm just going to mulligan everything except for that 4-drop. We did get another 4-drop, and we even got a 1-drop Mulan, which is great. And we have a 3-drop as well. So we basically have a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4, which is fantastic. That's pretty much all you can ask for. So I'm going to ink a card. We already have 2 of these Mulans, so I don't need 2 of them. I'm going to ink 1, and we'll go ahead and play our injured soldier. She does enter with 2 damage. A little unfortunate, but it is what you got to do. Okay, so they have a turn 1. Fantastic for you, computer. They play a Stitch New Dog. Fantastic. We drew a Training Grounds for turn, which is interesting. It's definitely interesting. I don't think I mean, it's our only Training Grounds in the deck, so maybe I keep it. I think I might ink this 4-drop Mulan instead, because we do have 2 of those, so it's no big deal. And then for turn 2, we have many options, right? We could play Training Grounds, but I don't think that's going to do a lot right now. Imperial Bow we could play. I don't think that would do a lot either. And then Mulan, just get another character on board. This is a 1/3. Whenever I play an action, this character gets +2 attack this turn. So now we have an option. We could quest or we could pass. I personally think since we are at 0/0 and our Mulan trades with Stitch anyway, I think we should just quest, right? Of course we should quest, I think. And now we pass the turn. And let's see what our opponent does. They ink a Wardrobe and they play Be Our Guest, drawing Sven the Reindeer into their hand, and then they quest with Stitch. Gain a lore. So we're both at 1. Great. Okay, so we have an option here. They have a Stitch that is exerted. We could take it out with our Mulan, or we could take it out with the other Mulan, but we have to increase its attack by 1. So we could play a Ling. Oh, we drew a Ling for turn. Oh, it's perfect. This is what we need to increase our attack by 1 to take out the Stitch. So why don't we ink a card? You know what? I actually don't know what. I know that this deck has some evasive characters. Maybe I should keep this Imperial Bow. Although this is like one of my least favorite cards in the deck, though. Like, I would rather not have to play this and probably just... I don't know. I'm really not sure. I think for options' sake, I think I'm going to get rid of... I'm going to get rid of the Training Grounds. I'm going to ink the Training Grounds, unfortunately. And then I'm going to play Ling. So Ling gives my hero characters +1 attack, which means my Mulan and my other Mulan both have +1 attack, which means I can challenge with my now 2/3 and take out the 2/2 Stitch and still survive to tell the tale. Amazing. And then we quest with our other Mulan. Now we're up to 2. And look at this board advantage right now. I think we have a very good board advantage, and it's looking up. Okay, Mickey Mouse True Friend. It is a 3/3 that quests for 2. Very good card. Okay, so for turn 4, your characters with 4 attack or more get +1 lore. None of these have 4 attack right now, so that wouldn't actually give any extra lore. I think we do have to just play a Mulan Armored Fighter. So why don't I ink... I actually don't want this Imperial Bow. I'm going to get rid of this Imperial Bow because I want 2 of these Mulans, maybe. And then I think I'm going to quest away with Mulan because this is a 3 attack. And Ling, who is a 3 attack. And I'm not going to quest with Mulan because I don't really want Mickey Mouse to attack Mulan. Oh, they're questing for 2, which is an interesting idea. Oh, and they're playing 2 characters on turn 4. It's a Stitch and a Wardrobe. Interesting idea. Okay, we have a Li Shang and a Mulan. So if we play a Li Shang, it gives our characters with 4 attack or more +1 lore. That would give our Mulan Armored Fighter +1 lore. But I think Mulan has to go and challenge this Mickey. No, it does not. I think we should challenge with our Mulan injured soldier and challenge the Mickey Mouse because they trade. Beautiful. So our Mulan is dead, but so is their Mickey Mouse. And Mulan is a 1-drop, and their Mickey Mouse is a 2-drop. Their Mickey Mouse quests for 2. Our Mulan only quested for 1. It's just an incredible trade there. Great move by myself. Very proud of that play. We are going to ink something. No, we are not. Maybe we are not. Maybe we are just going to play Li Shang. I don't know if I should, though. Maybe I should just play this Mulan. What is the difference? What is the difference? This is tricky. This is tricky indeed. I think I'm going to play Li Shang. And then I'm going to quest with this Mulan. So I can get 2 points. And I don't know if I don't really know if I want to quest with the rest or not. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking what happens if I quest with this and it takes it out with the wardrobe. The wardrobe would have 2 damage on it. But I'm more scared of the wardrobe taking out Ling, because Ling is the one giving the Mulan the extra attack, which means the wardrobe can't really swing into that. So I think I'm good here. I think I'm going to pass. Lorcana is an interesting game. There's a lot of decisions to make, even though it seems like it's very simple. The correct decision is often very hard to find. It's often nuanced. There's often many different variables that go into whether the decision was correct or not. And at the end of the day, the most you can do is just make your best decision with the information you have available and try your best. So this is an interesting draw. We drew another Ling, which is, does that do anything? Your hero character is getting another extra attack? I don't think that does a lot. I think what I really have to do is take out this wardrobe with this Mulan. But you know what? I'm actually not sure about that. If I play this Li Shang, and by the way, you could shift it, but I don't want to, so let's do that. Then all of a sudden, we have 2 Li Shangs and a Ling, which are giving this Mulan quest for 3 now. So does this Li Shang, right? This Li Shang gives itself the ability to quest for an extra lore because Ling is giving it the extra attack. So this is actually going quite well. I think we are going to quest for 3, right? Yeah, we go to 9. And then this quest for 3 as well, we go to 12. That's kind of ridiculous. And then here's the thing. We could quest with Ling, but I think Ling is too valuable to lose. We do have another Ling, though. So maybe we do. Maybe we do quest away. And then I don't even think we challenge here. We're just so far ahead, we just quest again. We could ink a card, but we don't need to. I think we're winning. We're quite winning. We have quite the combo going on. What are they going to do to stop this combo? I don't know. I don't think they can stop it. They're thinking really hard, aren't they? Are they lagging? I think the game is lagging. Oh, it was lagging. Oh, okay, so the wardrobe takes out Mulan. Okay. Okay, Flotsam takes out Ling, which, that was the big problem. But I have another Ling, so it's not a big problem. Okay, they play Yzma and Olaf. Okay, so we're just going to play this Ling. And then boom! Boom! We play the Ling, and then everything gets massive lore now, and we win the game. Oh my goodness, this was incredible. What an incredible showing from the Budget Mulan deck. It was able to pull off some crazy shenanigans. With the lore especially. Oh man, incredible. It normally doesn't go like that. I'm not going to lie. It normally doesn't go like that. But it just kind of worked out like that, where the synergies were really adding up. And, oh man, that was so sick, dude. That was so sick. 2 Li Shangs, and we had 2 Lings in our hand. Oh, that was like the dream. Anyways, hope you enjoy that. If you want to see the website I'm using, what is it called again? It is inktable.net, okay? It's inktable.net, and you can just add decks here by going to the Dreamborn page, exporting. Oh, that's not what it's supposed to do. That is not what it was supposed to do. Okay, so you're supposed to go here, export, Pixelborn, copy to clipboard. Now that it's copied to my clipboard, you go here and you paste it in the deck contents, and you set the name to Mulan, and then you add the deck. So that's how you add Mulan deck here, and then you can just delete the deck. since I already have it. And I have so many decks loaded up. Like, I want to show you guys so many more decks, but yeah, hopefully we'll get you some more content, and we'll share this Hyena deck that I have. So many interesting decks. We have Maleficent and a full Queen deck as well. Hyenas, Queens. We have Dwarves, Bodyguard. Anyway, so many decks that I will share with you eventually. If you want to see them, go ahead and take a look at my Dreamborn page, where I post like tons of my decks that I'm trying to build, and my existing decks, as well as ones that I'm thinking about. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that video, and we'll catch you guys in next time. Lorcana with Luke out. Peace.